Every time you open a browser and visit a website, two things are happening. Your browser is asking for something. A server somewhere is responding. This is called client-server architecture, and it's the backbone of the entire web. For the client and server to understand each other, they need a shared language. That language is called a protocol, and the most fundamental protocol on the web is HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The core idea is simple. The client sends a request, the server sends back a response. One round trip. When you visit facebook.com, your browser is actually sending something like this. The server receives it and responds. Status code 200 means everything went fine. The body has your data. HTTP has different methods depending on what you want to do. Get to fetch data, post to create something, put or patch to update, delete to remove. These four are the foundation of what we call a REST API, basically a set of rules for how a client can talk to a server over HTTP using structured URLs and these standard methods. One critical property of HTTP, it's stateless. The server doesn't remember previous requests. Every request is independent and must carry all the information the server needs to handle it. HTTP is great for most things, but it has one fundamental limitation. The client always initiates the conversation. The server cannot send data to the client unprompted. It can only respond when asked. Think of it like a walkie-talkie, half duplex. Only one side talks at a time, and the server has to wait to be called. Now imagine you're building a stock trading dashboard. Prices updating every second for hundreds of symbols. How do you handle that with HTTP? You could do polling. The client asks the server every second, "Any new prices?" The server answers. 1 second passes. Client asks again. This hammers the server with requests, most of which return the same data. Wasteful, and still up to 1 second behind. Or you try long polling. The client sends a request, the server holds the response until new data is available, then responds. The client immediately fires a new request and waits again. Better, but it's a hack. You're fighting against HTTP's design instead of working with it. What you actually want is the server to push data to the client the moment it's available over an always open connection. That's exactly what WebSocket was built for. WebSocket is a protocol designed for real-time, bidirectional, persistent communication. Data is sent the instant it's available, no waiting for the client to ask. Both sides can send messages at any time, independently. The connection stays open. You establish it once and keep talking. The clever part? WebSocket starts as an HTTP request. The client sends a special upgrade request. If the server supports it, it responds with status 101 switching protocols. From that moment, HTTP is gone. The same TCP connection is kept open and now speaks the WebSocket protocol, sending lightweight data frames instead of full HTTP requests with heavy headers. The result? A phone call instead of a walkie-talkie. Both sides can speak freely, at any time, with minimal overhead. This technology is indispensable in live chat environments such as Slack or Discord because it ensures that messages appear instantly for all participants, maintaining the natural flow of conversation. In the world of finance and analytics, WebSockets are used to power real-time dashboards. Because stock prices and server metrics fluctuate every second, they require a constant stream of data to remain accurate. Similarly, collaborative platforms like Google Docs or Figma rely on this persistent connection because every keystroke or design tweak must propagate to other users immediately to prevent version conflicts. Even in multiplayer gaming, WebSockets are the preferred choice because they handle position updates with millisecond precision, ensuring a lag-free experience.